How do I put my hands on?
There's a button on the back of the charger. It's flashing green.
She's so protective, she just wants the baby.
First off this morning, an update on how the cow's doing. She looks so much better than yesterday morning. She's not stumbling at all. Did you see her stumbling? No. She's got that wide leg udder walk, but she's not unsteady and stumbling and like jerky. So that's really good. But we're not 100% happy with how she's looking. She acts fine. She's walking fine. She's moving better. Her rumen's not real full this morning.
Alice looks really thin, and it's because her rumen is empty. It could just be that she doesn't leave the calf to go graze. I mean, she has the whole pasture right now. We don't even have her pinned into a certain area. But it's a little bit concerning, especially after yesterday. And him saying it was up to her to get her nutritional requirements met, because we're providing all of the right food for her.
Alfalfa.
It's grain and alfalfa.
You're not milking in the milk stand.
No, I always dreamed of having a cow I could just milk tied up. So yesterday, when she was so frustrated with the stench and kind of freaked out by it, I decided to give milking her just tied up a try. And it worked really good yesterday. We'll see how today goes. She wasn't even eating really yesterday. She's eating the alfalfa today, but usually the way you get a cow to stand is to give them food. But she stood fine, even without, I mean, she had food, but she wasn't eating it. But then I thought, well, maybe she doesn't feel good. But yeah, she's doing well right now. We'll see when she gets annoyed and tired of standing here, how she does.
You are a beautiful little cow. And you haven't gotten to that point where you're even afraid of us.
It's probably 2 gallons already.
You got 7 gallons yesterday. That is unreal. That is just insane.
I know. I froze a bunch of it and gave some of it to the pigs because I ran out of buckets, and so I just put it in a plastic bucket and gave that to the pigs.
They loved it.
Yeah. I think they got about a gallon or gallon and a half, maybe. I mean, it could be that the baby's nursing back here, though this does feel a lot looser. There's a lot more milk in there. I can feel it. Let me check this out before I say anything. Alright, I'm gonna go take this and start working on it. Freezing it.
Start working on what? Oh, freezing?
Freezing it. Will you bring all my buckets out when you're done? Wow, that is so heavy.
I am a slow milker. When I say that, you might think I'm being humble or something. I'm not. I'm extremely slow. And part of it is that I haven't milked enough, especially recently, to be coordinated where I can milk rapidly with both hands or have the hand strength. But I think it's also my hands are so big, I can't grip the udder in the same way that Bree does. So I end up using like fingertips a lot of times when she gets a full grip on it, and my hands cramp so bad. Our goal here with milking today is just to do right by Miss Alice. We don't care about how much we get, like we're not greedy for volume. It's just we want to make sure we're emptying her out to the extent that she needs it to prevent her from having udder problems, and then also to keep her production up for future days. But there's so much, it's just unreal. I think how many gallons? I think we've gotten 4 or 5 gallons. 5 gallons I think this morning. So I'm trying to make sure that I get this side, my side, milked out because Bree was so fast on the other side. I'm just stuck in here alone now. Oh, she started first. This is actually going to the pigs. I milked about a gallon into a dirty bucket. The rest is going in the freezer. That may be the last thing they get to eat today, just because I fed them this morning. We've been feeding them morning, evening, but I think they probably had enough with all that colostrum. Hey, do you want to keep her in the barn for right now?
Throw her some hay. I want to see her eat some hay.
Okay. I'll just give her those 2 leaves and see what she does with it.
Okay. I feel like I'm a little in over my head.
With how the volume?
Yeah.
This should be the most she ever makes, though.
Well,
actually not.
No, you don't peak right away. Well, her milk is coming in because the colostrum from yesterday is like yellow like the sun. And today it's much more muted.
But I mean, yesterday, starting out, day 1, 7 gallons of colostrum. That's crazy.
I mean, it could be that we leave the calf on all the time. I mean, we'll just see. Eventually the calf will catch up and eventually her supply will go down. I am really actually shocked at the amount of milk she's giving. Now, the reason I am shocked is because last year, as you know, we bought her with her calf. But then we also, the dairy gave us a bull calf to put on her. Now this is an organic grass-fed dairy that's highly reputable, and they were really great people. It was a beautiful place, well loved, well taken care of place and cows. But how in the world did they maintain her on grass and alfalfa? People that do grass-fed only give alfalfa. So anyways, all I'm saying is that we never really milked her a lot. Like, we knew when we bought her we weren't ready to be milking every day, that we would just milk when we wanted to. That's why we got that second calf last year, was to make sure her udder was being emptied. Like, and because we wanted meat, but we were like, yeah, this could actually be a really good thing to have these 2 calves. And, whoa. Well, good thing I just bought a milk fridge. Aren't you glad I got that fridge now?
I mean, we're gonna need it.
Hey, Mama.
Yeah.
She is working on this hay. And we're just giving her 2 leaves of hay for now to see how much she's gonna eat. Then we'll give her some more.
Okay, so funny thing just happened. I knew these chicks were coming this week, but when I checked the tracking this morning, they were still in Minneapolis. So I did not expect them today, and I also never got a phone call from the post office. And then I was sitting outside just now during quiet time, and the postal worker was like, "Is this your house?" Like, saying my address. I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I have baby chickens for you." So our new baby chicks are here. I'm actually starting a new project with these baby chicks that I'm hoping to make our farm a little bit more full circle. And yeah, so let me show you what we have in here. I got these, by the way, from Murray McMurray. I really like that hatchery. We've bought from them for years. They're good people. I like working with them. So if you're looking for baby chickens, I will link Murray McMurray below this video. This is a dual purpose breed chicken. It's a red Sussex, and what we're hoping to do with these chickens is actually pretty much phase out all of our other brown egg layers.
Are they the same kind?
They're all the same kind, yeah. It might be too loud for me to talk about this right here. So the reason for this is I want to see if we can breed and hatch our own meat and egg birds. And I got extra roosters in this batch so that when, in like 15 weeks, I think it is, we'll harvest some of those roosters and see if they're worth growing for meat. So this is going to be a really fun project, and the reason I say full circle is because these are mamas that are known to go broody, and they lay a good amount of eggs, brown eggs every year. But they're also supposed to be a little bit heavier in weight than a lot of egg layers. That makes them dual purpose for meat. And so we'll just see. We'll see if in the end it's actually worth raising out a dual purpose breed. I just really am trying, though very slowly, to be full circle on our farm. And I don't know if we'll ever get there with like our feed, like with grain and things, because we just don't have enough land. But I feel like if we could at least do that with the animals and eventually our seeds, that would be really good. This guy is just falling asleep.
I think a red mark is rooster, anything else is hen. Okay.
Sometimes, because of the stress of hatching and then shipping, chicks will get something called pasty butt. So as we put them in our brooder, we will check them for that. This is our brooder setup. There will be a lamp right here to keep them warm. We just put fresh bedding down, clean water, clean food, and then we'll check them one by one. You know what to do? You put its beak in the water and its beak at the food, Grace. There you go. Another thing we do to help the chicks transition and also from the stress of traveling and being born is we put apple cider vinegar in their water. It just boosts their, this guy is okay. It just boosts their immune system. So this little guy has a little bit of poop stuck on the back of his butt, and it's easy to clear. You just gently, with a warm, wet washcloth, you just gently wipe it off. If it's really stuck on there, you need to use some oil. You do not want to tug. You just want to gently put a compress on it until you get the muck off. But this is a really mild case.
I can do it myself. Are you checking them? Yeah. Okay. Checking the butts. So first we check them for pasty butt, and then we dip them in the water and the food.
What do we dip?
The chicks.
The beaks, not their heads, right?
Oh yeah. You don't just go dunk.
Okay.
Okay, bang. Bang.
The reason you dip their beaks in the water and the food is it just shows them where it is. It's pretty amazing. You show them where it's at, and then they know, and they're able to find it.
Yeah.
I got 18 hens and 12 roosters, and we are gonna butcher 8 of the roosters and a few of the hens this fall, just to see how their growth is and if we like the meat and things like that. If we do, if we think this is gonna work, then we will continue to breed them. If not, we'll probably sell some of them, but I'm really hoping that this is gonna work. We may try another breed. I did a lot of research and I talked to McMurray actually on the phone or email, and this was the breed that they also recommended even after my research. These are Speckled Sussex. They're this really beautiful red chicken with white speckles, and I think there's like some black speckles in there too. And they're also supposed to be really gentle, go broody, be good foragers, be good mothers, and get a decent size. When you get baby chickens, your kids are going to be dying to play with them. You might even be dying to hold them and cuddle them and play with them. But we like to give them a couple of days to just settle in and get over the stress of all they've just been through. And
I give them one day.
you give them one day.
What we do, I think, is we wait the rest of today and then
all day tomorrow, and then the next day you can hold them. These chicks all look great. There wasn't any dead chicks in the box. One had an extremely mild case of pasty butt, and we'll keep watching that as well.
Okay. So it's also good for the food.
One really neat thing that these chicks are already doing is running around and finding seeds in the hay and pecking at the seeds. So that's a good sign. That is one benefit of getting chicks later in the season, is that you don't have to run the heat lap quite as much, and you can cut it off completely sooner than if you get them in like February, March, April, even May. We had a very cold spring, so we had to run the heat lamp non-stop, even though we got chicks in May. It wasn't warm enough for them. They are totally exploring and running around the whole brooder and very loud and active and content and happy. If they were cold or if they were stressed, they would be all balled up together in a bunch to keep warm. So yeah, it's 85 degrees. They're gonna be just fine. But I have to find an extension cord, and once I find that, I'll set up the lamp. That brings my grand total of chickens up to 54. But as my other non-brown egg layers start laying, I'll be selling quite a few chickens. Arthur's gonna be surprised when he gets home. It's like every time he gets home from work, there's a new chicken. I mean, a new animal, a new baby animal. Brushed off, she got really muddy.
Our new calf was born on Tuesday, and the beginning of this video was Thursday, And this is Saturday, so this video is spanning a few days. We wanted to make a little update video, so we're going to just get this one out, spanning a few days, to tell you how the cow and calf are doing. And the short answer is they're doing great. Alice had her milk fever scare. If you missed that video, we'll put a link right up here. Right here. She's actually recovered really well since then, and the calf is doing awesome. We've been milking her twice a day because she's producing so much milk. We're milking her twice a day just to relieve the pressure because the calf cannot keep up with how much she's producing.
This is just probiotics. Her rumen has not been full since she calved, and I really think it's that she's just not going and foraging enough because she doesn't want to leave her calf. We're going to give her some probiotics. It's just probiotics. Now, isn't this what we were doing in the beginning of this video?
Both milking?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the beginning of this video.
I think we were milking her. So this is the 4th day, I guess, that she calved. So we should be getting just pure milk now. She still had some colostrum in her milk yesterday, but we did drink it. I made some amazing, very healthy, very good chocolate milk for my kids. I just love that you can take something that's notoriously junk food and make it into a health food. It was fresh raw milk from our gorgeous cow. Some maple syrup that I got from a lady, her and her family. And I don't even think it has to be a treat when it's that healthy. It's so good.
I need her to step this leg back.
Well, then ask her to.
She's done really good standing the past
She's amazing.
Actually better than she did before.
Yep.
Have you enjoyed milking the cow again?
Actually, I have. And if you've watched us long enough, you know that I don't love milking cows. I really prefer to milk goats. But she has been amazing. I don't know. Have we filmed it all? Us just going out in the pasture and milking her?
I don't think so.
So we can just, I mean, she has just done a 180 because last year, she stood okay last year, but she'd get all ornery. But this year, we can just walk out in the pasture and just tie her, not even tight, just loosely to something, and just sit down and milk her. It's amazing. I don't love it because I wish her udder's kind of low, so I actually need the height of the stanchion. But man, what a good cow.
It's fun milking out there.
It is fun milking out in the pasture. You know, she's got some flaws, but she's a good family cow, but she's got some flaws. One of them is her teats are so short. So instead of, on some people you'll see them milk with a whole hand. I milk, oops. Are those flies getting you? I milk with 2 fingers. See that? On this one, on this front one, I can do my whole hand, but...
Does it make your hand cramp to milk with 2 fingers?
It doesn't because that's how I milk the goats, so my hands are used to it. I think what I'm most excited about milking her, though, is you and me milking together. And like having our morning meeting over milking. Morning meeting over milking.
You think it got in there?
That was some, it's all over my legs and my shirt. It's probably in there. Dang it. That's 3 gallons wasted.
I don't think it's wasted.
We cannot drink that. We cannot drink that. And I know better. I have buckets sitting over here clean to dump milk into throughout the process. But I was just so amazed by her not pooping on the sand. But honestly, she's been up there a long time.
Well, what a way to end a video. Just a mess. I've got some cleanup to do, including this camera. It's actually splattered with poo. We're going to try not to cry over spilt milk, even though it's tempting. And we're gonna just get this cleaned up. The pigs are gonna have a ton of great fresh milk to drink, which is fine. The cow's gonna go back on the pasture, and we'll see you in a video really soon.